So, first of all, where are you from?
I'm from New Jersey, Newark,
Okay,
New
cool.
Jersey to be exact. Yeah, that's where I'm from.
All right.
Born and raised.
And your name is Laady J.
Yes, Lady with 2 A's. A lot of people think it's just spelled lady like regular lady, L-A-D-Y, but it's actually L-A-A-D-Y. So don't
All right.
forget the 2 A's.
So we got a little bit more of a lady
right,
going on.
lady, exactly.
All right,
Definitely.
that's cool.
Thank
So, what made you decide to become an artist? How did you get started?
Right. So I actually come from 2 parents that are rappers. My mom is actually a female MC, and my dad is a MC, but he's from back in the day. He's known more so in the 90s as the name of Trigger the Gambler. Kind of famous, I guess you could say. But yeah, so I come from 2 parents that are rappers, and it's just been like a very big music journey just as a child and growing up in a household full of music. It was kind of like nothing else for me to do but watch my parents do these kind of things, and it just really more so inspired me to just grow up and do the same thing, if not better. Yeah, so
I bet.
definitely.
That's super cool. I actually was always a little bit envious of people whose parents were musicians, because like I just randomly got some urge one day and was like, I have to be a musician.
Nice.
But for those who grow up with it and you're surrounded by it, I can imagine it's just so encouraging because they already know so much.
Yes, everything was just like, even down to writing, because I'm a very big writer. So when it came to writing, my parents was just like, you know what? You need to learn how to actually write before you consider yourself an artist. You know, so if you get down pat how to write, how to correlate the words correctly, how to rhyme, how to make sense, and put your all into these songs, then we could consider you an artist. So it was definitely like a lesson type of thing that I had to go through growing up with them in the household, you know?
Yeah, I could definitely see that
so
being like a
it
kind
was
of
a lot.
like, excuse my nerdiness, but Jedi Master Padawan moment.
No, seriously, it definitely was that, and it was more so like homework from home, you know, like things
But the fun kind.
Right, the fun kind of homework, exactly. So yeah,
That's
how it went.
awesome.
Yeah,
I love that.
Thank you.
So exciting that your parents were so invested in really helping you.
Mm-hmm. They still are actually. My mom's actually out here. She's in I think it's Houston. Yeah, she's in Houston. She's with one of her close friends, and they're just out here on a girls' trip doing their thing. So she'll probably walk in and pop up and see me perform. She comes to like literally every performance. So this one is like just another one in the bunch for her, honestly.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that she still comes to like everyone though.
Yes, and I consider myself a rock star. It's funny, she actually considers herself one too. So
I love that.
You can't miss her. You'll definitely know like, oh, that's Lady's mom. Like, yeah, definitely.
Well, I definitely recognized you with the orange hair. I was like, that girl is performing.
Right.
I don't know which one she is
right,
yet,
but she's performing. Like, I know. Thank you. I got a lot of compliments. They were just like the eyebrows and the hair, and I'm just like, bingo.
It's a look.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So I was trying to get to know you a little bit online before I talked to you, and I found this really interesting story on your Spotify profile where you were talking about how you would spend time just kind of escaping reality, basically like hiding in your closet, rapping over instrumentals for Instagram.
Yes.
So could you tell me more about that? Like,
yes.
what
So
is
once
that?
I got to a certain standpoint in my artistry, and like I said, I consider myself a rock star. So I was kind of like a rebel kid after a while, and I wanted to do my own thing in a way. I wanted to say what I wanted to say. I wanted to be how I wanted to be. I wanted to dress how I wanted to dress. I wanted to drink what I wanted to drink. You know, you just get to a certain age where you want to explore and you just want to be yourself. You know, you want to live in your truth and just be. And I was young, and around that time, the music I was making was very explicit. So, you know, like I was very just straightforward with it. Like if I wanted to talk about like smoking this or doing that, like I was gonna say it. And because I was underage, it wasn't acceptable around my parents, who are also artists. So yes, they love the artistry, but at the same time, I'm still their child, and they're just like, you know what? You can't say that.
So that's why you went into the closet.
Yes, that's exactly why I went into the closet, yes.
I would do that too. I actually, even as an adult, have recorded many a Musicians Can Thrive interview
Nice.
from my closet, because at some point I didn't want to leave my apartment to go to the recording studio I have access to, and I was just like, okay, the acoustics in here are pretty good, let's go.
Yes, let's just do it. Knock it out. I love that.
Thank you.
Yes.
So when it comes to sort of building an audience and getting to know people, did you find that those Instagram closet rap experiences helped people get to know you in a more intimate way? Or?
Yes, I feel like that's what drew people to me more. One, it's because why is this girl rapping in a closet? That's one. It's like every freestyle I put out, there was clothes and sneakers behind my head. And I was literally sitting on my carpet floor and I had my iPad propped up on like another shelf in the closet. And that was kind of like my sacred space, you know? Eventually you get to a point where you become an artist where you'll pay for studio time and you'll go out and you'll actually create your own space in the studio. I didn't have that yet, you know, so I created my own space in that closet, and that was where I was able to say what I wanted to say openly. I was able to record myself, and even though it's kind of weird that I actually think about this now, I still had my parents on social media. So that's just, I don't know, like, what a plot twist. I don't know what I was hiding or what I thought I was. I think I just was trying to be respectful in the household.
Like, not throw it in their face.
Not just throw it in their face, but I really wanted the approval of my parents because those are the two people I looked up to the most. Like, I didn't really have a childhood where I had like a super favorite artist and I would like die hard for this artist. Like, no, I woke up and I went to school, and when I came home from school, I probably had to go with my mom to the studio, or probably had to go with her to a dress rehearsal because she had a showcase the next day or something like that. So I'm experiencing different things at a young age where it's just like, wow, that's what I want to be. You know, like, I want to be just like that. And you already look up to your parents as is. So I just feel like them already being in those positions where they were so musically involved, I was just like, you know what, I'm going for it. Like, I want to do that. And I got to a point where I just wanted them to, like, please listen to my music. Like, I know I'm cursing. I know I said that. I know I said I was going to hit this person. I didn't mean it, but it went on the beat, and I just want to do it. And my friends like it. And it was just like, they're just like, okay. And it got to some point, of course, when I was about 18, when I became an adult, it got to some point when they were just like, you know what? Go for it. And then after a while, they got in tune with it. It wasn't about what I was saying. Well, it was about what I was saying because I'm very intellectual when I make music as well. But it was more so about how I presented myself with it. So I could say whatever it is on the beat, but I don't carry myself like that as a woman. I don't, you know, like just different things like that. Like even when we listen to like Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion or whatever the case may be, they can rap about whatever explicit. But as a woman, when they come out into the world, they present themselves as who they actually truly are.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And that's just the art of music and creativity, because you're able to kind of do what you want with it. Like, and that's exactly what I was doing. I was creating my own fantasies and rapping about cars and jewelry and all this stuff I didn't even have yet. And I kind of look at it in a spiritual way now, of more so of a manifestation. I was younger and I was manifesting myself all the way until this point. And even though I didn't have those things and weren't doing those things and smoking on top of a rave and stuff like that, I definitely pictured myself there. And I couldn't wait to just finally be like the rock star I knew I was. Like, that's it. Like, I'm going for it. And I just wanted their approval. So it came around.
That's dope.
Yes.
I'm glad that they gave you the space that you needed to basically come into your own.
Yes, and my mom
artist.
was definitely the hardest one. She's the tough cookie. She's like, yeah, you have to prove to me. Like, because that was her dream. I was a dancer growing up too. Like, so I loved hip hop dancing. In high school, I did all types of dancing. I was always the leader in the dance teams, like all types of things. So she knew, like, oh, my daughter wants to be a choreographer. She wants to be a dancer when she gets older. Not a rapper. You get what I'm saying? So now that I get to a certain standpoint and I pick up a pen and I'm actually able to make good music, she's like, you gotta prove to me, you know, because like in her head, like, I'm the queen, you know? Like, so now you wanna rap? Okay, let me see what you got. And that's kind of the energy that I had to deal with in the household, and that's kind of what challenged me to just continue to write and go hard. It was more so to impress my mom. than anybody else. Like, I just wanted her to finally look over, like, okay,
Like, I'm
I
proud of
see
you.
you. Yup, I see you. You my daughter. I got that. You got that. You know. So, and it's definitely there now. So, I think we got that.
That's badass.
Right.
I love that was sort of
Yes.
the bar where you're like, okay, have I gotten here yet?
Right.
Okay, I'm here.
I'm here. Got it. Go. You like it? Nice.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
So you have a new song that you recently released.
Yes,
How
I
has
dropped it.
this sort of evolution made that song happen?
Yes, so Trip to the Moon, it's actually a single off of my new project that I'm going to be dropping called Rage to Death. So in 2020, I dropped Rage, and that was more so of my breakthrough of the rock star version of myself. So because I'm a rapper, a lot of the times when I picked up the pen, I was very just more lyrical. I really kind of just wrote about what I was feeling, what I was going through at the time, if I was stressed out or anything like that. I never was able to express myself in a fun, way that I really wanted to do it. I was always just using music as an outlet to release the negative emotions. And then I had to finally realize, okay, what about the positive emotions you want to release? What about the litness you want to release? Like when you're on stage and you're feeling excited about things and you're ready to like throw water into the crowd, and like, when are you going to get to that point where you're going to show that side of yourself? And I'm also a Gemini, so I'm big on a twin, so one of my twins is always like, no, let's just rap and do this. And the other one's like, no, can we sit on the beach with a mimosa and just take a trip to the moon? And I created Trip to the Moon because I wanted to literally take a trip to the moon. I naturally don't even feel like I belong here as is on Earth. I have a hard time staying grounded on Earth. Mentally, I'm always on a different planet, literally. Like, I'm never here. And sometimes I have to like pull myself back down out of space, back here, and like pay bills and do all that adult stuff that we have to do, But other
real
than that,
life shit.
right, other than that, I'm never here. I'm always gone. So Trip to the Moon was my way of expressing my journey to the moon. I'm usually always here and just lyrically writing about the things I go through on Earth. And I wanted to let people know that I'm not usually always here. And when I take this trip to the moon, I want to let you guys know that you might remember me. I hope you remember me. You get what I'm saying? And it's going to be lit. Wherever I go, it's going to be lit. So the song is all about bringing back good energy. It's all about like forgetting people who envy you, all of that, all of the earth things that we deal with. It was me just singing about, I gotta get out of here. Like, I'm hopping in my spaceship, I'm taking my trip to the moon, and that's just that. So that's how Trip to the Moon came along.
I love that.
Thank
I'm
you.
excited to hear the rest of
Thank
the album
you.
when it comes out.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, it has been a pleasure getting to know you. I'm super excited to see you perform
Yes,
now.
same to you. I give hugs. Yes.
We'll take care not to bump the mic.
Yes, okay.
So before we go, where can the audience find you online?
Yes, so I'm on Instagram. I'm actually on all social media at official Lady J. It's official LAADYJ. So official and Lady share the L. So it'll be official and then AADYJ on all platforms.
All right, so you can find her anywhere you'd like. Listen to her music, check her out.
Definitely.
In the meantime, I know you're gonna kill it.
Yes, thank you. Stay tuned.
Like to go to sleep during the day shift. I hope that I'ma make it. Tell them that I'm on my way.